July 2026. 5 Pokemon cards that we need to watch right now. Welcome back to the TCGQuartier in this journey of building my TCG business online, daily, step by step. Today, I want to introduce a new series. I'm gonna present you on a monthly basis 5 potential cards that I call as money makers. They are good for an investment to hold for a longer time, or they are actually very good to sell already now. There are two things that I want to tell you before we start. First of all, the cards that we are going to look in these videos are gonna be PSA 10 Japanese slabs. I think they are a very good investment in terms of price, since they are not as expensive as the English ones, but they are as international as the English ones. The market is very wide. It's not only, in my case, Germany focused like a German card. And that's why that's a good investment tool, and that's also a scaling tool for my business. The second point is we're gonna go through real numbers regarding the cost, the sales. We're gonna go through price chartings. For the cost, it's gonna be meant the total cost. So since we import these cards from Japan, it's included the importation tax, the custom duties, and the shipping. For example, if you see 100, it means that probably 60 euro, 70 euro was the value of the card, plus shipping, plus the 20%, which is the importation, plus 3%, which is the custom duty for importing an item from Japan to Europe. Let's jump directly into the first card, which is gonna be the Roaring Moon of Trust Festival. I think that Trust Festival right now, it's not in its biggest time. It's not like the beginning where everything was sold out. And we need to remember that the Roaring Moon is a card of Shinji Kanda, which is one of the most popular artists. He did the Giratina from Lost Abyss. He also designed the Magikarp of Paldievolt. I don't remember actually the Japanese name. It's a wonderful card. I think it's totally undervalued. A very nice mosaico with wonderful color, the Roaring Moon that looks almost like an ancient dragon. I remind you that the language is Japanese and the condition is always PSA 10 for all these cards. The population is quite high. It's still fine, 22,500. For me, the overpopulation is above the 30,000. 30,000 is the limit. We can see that the card market minimum price right now is around 120 euro. I was able to buy this card in May and June for 19.95, and I was able to sell this for 135 and 140 in June. That's also why, because I sell the cards on eBay, I simultaneously list the cards on Card Market, on eBay, and on Kleinanzeigen, which is something like Vinted for Germany. For example, on eBay, I set the price a little bit higher since the fees are higher, and there was actually a good profit margin. It's around almost 50% for the last two sales. We can see in the graphs, which are taken from Collector, so they are pretty exact. We can see that it's slowly rising the price. We can see that in the upper graph is the raw card, and the bottom one is the PSA 10 version, and it's slowly rising, but very slowly. It's pretty stable. So this is a card that you can buy for 90.95. In this June, I found it for 70, which is an amazing price. And don't be scared to keep this. It's a stable price. It always has a stable price. So even though I think that it's gonna still rise, in the worst case, we can do our 50% profit margin and bye-bye. For the next card, I'm gonna go for the Ninetales right now. Ninetales is one of the 151 original Pokémons. Illustration rares for these Pokémons at a certain point they start going up. We can see in the last 6 months the price has been steadily increasing. The population is still at 7,000, so it's not much, but we can see that the car market minimum price right now is at 100. I was able to buy in May this car for 90, thinking that it was a very competitive price, and I was lucky because I could sell it at 140 on eBay, and that's not as competitive. 90 is still fine, but for right now, we can see if the car market minimum price is 100, the profit margin is not huge. But this is a card that I set the price really high, like at 150, 140, 160, depends on the platform. If it doesn't sell, I just hold it. This is a card to hold. It also happened with the Ghastly from Wild Force. It happened with the Mew from PSA Universe. These are important Pokemons. It's beautiful art. Look, the colors of I have it actually here. It looks, I don't know if with light it's possible to see it, but it looks insane. It's a wonderful card, and if I sell this now, perfect. In the future, I'm pretty sure that it will keep increasing, and maybe there I will be able to offer a very competitive price. I think we are gonna see now the Groudon from Raging Surf. This is also a wonderful art. I love the background, the volcanoes. It's insane. Raging Surf is a very undervalued set, but we are saying this for the last 2 years, and even though the prices are rising, we can see that in the graph. In my opinion, it never gets the right appreciation. For me, the price should be much higher. We can see the population is still at 11,000, so it's perfectly under our limit. I was able to buy this card for 90 euro in June and able to sell this for 150, and I bought another copy. It's still in shipping. There is a big reason why I'm planning to hold this Groudon. I don't want to sell it now, and I think I'm buying other copies. We all know that Storm Esmeralda, which in English is the Delta Rain set, will come out soon. I have the idea that they might complete the whole legendary trio, the weather trio, and do a set where the main character might be Groudon and Kyogre. If that's the case, this card will increase its price quite a lot. If you want to increase the price, we can see the car market minimum price is 140. Even if we buy this at 100, it's still 40-50% of profit margin that's gonna end in our wallet. Next card is the Giratina from PSA Universe. This actually is one of my favorite cards, and Akira Gawa, which is the artist, decided to make us crazy. He decided to design the Mega Darkrai of the next set that is gonna actually come out, which is Abyss Eye. Practically the ending, the bottom part of the Mega Darkrai connects to the bottom part of the Giratina. And it actually looks insane, and the population of this card is pretty high. It's right now at 29,000, which is very closely under the 30,000 that we were talking about. But this is a card where I think this might also reach one day the pricing of maybe a little bit lower, but the pricing of the Giratina from Lost Abyss. Yeah, Lost Abyss, which is Lost Origin in English. And I was able to buy this card in May for 280 and sell it for 500, which is plenty of profit. In June, I did a mistake and bought it for 420, but that's because I did wrong calculations. I will hold this card. I will hold this copy. Right now, I listed it on eBay for 550, which is pretty high, since we can see that on car market the lowest price is at 400. But I will hold it. I am not scared to hold this. I think that this card for the next months will increase a lot. If you have the budget to buy this card, buy this. If you have 300, 350 maybe, buy this card. It will go up. I'm pretty sure about that. The last card, and not for importance, it's the Zorak from White Flare. This is a card that almost nobody cares about. There are, of course, better Zorak designs, but White Flare, for example, in English, is increasing its prices a lot. We can see the population is at 1,000. It's a very small population. The car market minimum price right now is at 140. We were able to buy 3 copies at 65, 70 and 63. And the first 2 were already sold at 120 and 140, which is 100% profit margin. We can see that the raw card graph goes towards the upper direction. Even though it doesn't look that exponential, also the PSA version graph is going up. There is another card of Zora that you can see right here, which completes the whole package, I would say. The arts connect, they are in the river, and it looks insane. I think they have potential for being around the 250, 300, depending on the platform, and you buy them for 120, 130, 150 together. I'm not pretty sure that they will increase their price a lot, but they are very good to flip them. You buy them, you flip them. You buy them, you flip them. You will enjoy. You will enjoy. I mean, maybe it has the disadvantage that there isn't a lot of demand, so maybe you will sell it slower than the other 4 cards. But when you sell this, you will feel like a king. You will feel like a king because that's a very good investment. 65, 70, it's not a high amount of money. You can buy this and it won't damage your wallet. And in the worst case, you will sell this for 70, for 60, for 80 if you want to cover the costs. But as we saw, the current market minimum price is 140, so it's free money. These were the 5 cards that we need to watch right now. I hope you guys enjoyed the perspective from where I analyzed these cards. I hope you enjoy the graphics. Feel free to leave comments and tell me what I can do better, what I can improve, what you enjoyed actually. And see you in the next video, where we are going through my June 2026 summary. We're going to go through the sales, the expenses, and unfortunately I can already say that the sales were not as big as expected. We're gonna see that in the next video. Thank you, and I wish you a very good day. Bye guys.